Hey there, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Today we dive deep into some things thought-provoking and downright hilarious things Vaush said, the master of wit and political analysis. He's got a lot to say about one of the most beloved figures in the comedy world, Jon Stewart. Hold on tight.
Vaush literally just Control-V what he saw Jon Stewart, a liberal, say. That's true. I get all of my arguments from Jon Stewart. I'm honored to share arguments with Jon Stewart. And Jon Stewart is a liberal, but you know what he also is? He's one of the good ones. He's been one of the good ones for a long time. Jon Stewart ain't no average liberal. Jon Stewart ain't cut from the cloth of these 60-minute liberal. No, Jon Stewart is a true, honorable liberal. Somebody worth listening to. He's no socialist, but he's a good guy. What about Trevor Noah arguments? I don't watch Trevor Noah. Jesus. John Oliver is better. John Oliver is also very good. Don Jr. posting pictures of the judge's family on social media. Yeah, so on a final point here. So liberals, smugly fact-check this. Son of the former president just posting pictures of the family of the judge, okay? Roll your eyes at this. How uncouth. How uncivil. Yeah, get Don Jr. on 60 Minutes, quick. I looked at some of your statements. While you really think that insurrectionists should hold these corrupt deep state judges and their families to account, yeah, I do think that, actually. Okay. Great. Is that even a little legal? It's legal. Free speech. I don't think this is an ideological problem with liberals. John Oliver, Jon Stewart, Trevor Noah are very punchy. It's just an issue with civility. Who do you think pushes the civility? Not all liberals are the same, but don't put them all in the same camp. Jon Stewart and John Oliver are standouts. They are so far head and shoulders above not only other liberals, but the entire Democratic establishment. Like, John Oliver and Jon Stewart have far more in common with, like, Justice Dem, like, quiet socialism, like, than they do with the mainstream Democratic Party in terms of messaging, leadership, and direction. Trevor Noah, I don't like, whatever. But they are not like cut from the same cloth here. Overwhelmingly, if you take a look at the Democratic Party and a bunch of these media institutions, they're helmed by people who are dinosaurs. They've been around since the Clinton years. They're incredibly smug and entitled, and they don't think the world is going to fundamentally change. They're also very rich, and that tends to shelter people from a feeling of immediacy when it comes to dealing with the consequences of fascist ideology. Vaush, when are you going to fact check a Goebbels speech live? Honest to God, like, I feel like that's, like, keep in mind, by the way, back when Goebbels was making speeches, there were liberals in Germany fact-checking them. That's not a joke. We don't hear about them, the liberal media institutions in the Weimar Republic who critiqued the rise of... Do you know why? Because they didn't stay around long enough to share their stories. Not a joke. Where do you think, oh yeah, hear that story, Yeah, here's my tale. I wrote an autobiography. I was a liberal critic in the Weimar Republic, and then I survived the Nazi regime and wrote a book. No, they didn't. Agree, Vaush, but what's wrong with Trevor Noah? I don't watch him. I just don't like him. I don't like him. I don't think he's funny. I don't like him.
Well, y'all got me diving into this Vaush character and his live stream shenanigans. Now, I ain't no digital cowboy, but I reckon I can rustle up a tale or two about it. Vaush, he's got this deep respect for Jon Stewart, sees him as a unique liberal voice that's worth a listen. That's high praise, akin to calling a coonhound the best tracker in the county. And he's got a preference for John Oliver over Trevor Noah, akin to picking cornbread over hush puppies. Vaush, he's got a quarrel with these liberals, especially when they're acting all superior, scrutinizing Don Jr.'s social media posts. It's as futile as a rooster trying to lay an egg. He believes it's not about political leanings, but about this civility malarkey that's got folks all riled up. Vaush sees Jon Stewart and John Oliver as more aligned with Justice STEM and quiet socialism than with the mainstream Democratic Party. That's a hefty claim, akin to saying your mama's fried chicken tastes more like turkey. But he's on to something. These fellas are unique, not just another face in the crowd. He's got a gripe with the Democratic establishment too, calls them smug and entitled, like a fox that just raided the hen house. He believes they're so wealthy they're detached from the real world, as if living in a gilded cage. It's as if they're lounging on a hammock, sipping mint juleps while the barns ablaze. Vaush has a theory about the rise of Nazism in Germany, suggests if there were liberal media institutions scrutinizing Goebbels' speeches live, history might have taken a different turn. It's a ponderous thought, akin to wondering if the cow jumped over the moon to avoid the butcher. He believes we don't hear about the liberal media in the Weimar Republic critiquing the rise of Nazism because they didn't survive to share their stories. It's a chilling thought, akin to a ghost town that once bustled with life. Vaush, he's not tickled by Trevor Noah, doesn't find him amusing. Now, humor's a peculiar thing. What makes one person guffaw might leave another stone-faced. It's as unpredictable as a possum playing dead. You never know what you're gonna get. In summary, Vaush has a lot to say about Jon Stewart, the Democratic Party, and the state of the world. He's as passionate as a revivalist at a tent meeting. He's got a point though. We need to hold folks accountable, even if it stirs up a hornet's nest. His comparison to the rise of Nazism is a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of keeping folks honest. It's a beacon in the fog, guiding us away from danger. His opinion on Trevor Noah, well, that's just his viewpoint. It doesn't detract from the substance of his argument. It's akin to finding a pebble in your shoe. It doesn't mean the whole path is rocky. So, there you have it, Vaush's live stream in a nutshell. It's a wild ride, akin to a bucking bronco in a tornado. But that's the beauty of it, you never know what you're gonna get.